Hey, in this video, I want to share with you all the options we have for the design of the widget. Each widget becomes its own application. Each widget is independent from each other. You can have 10 widgets, 10 different configurations. In the design section that is here, you can customize the look and feel, the design, the visual display, every element you have in the widget. So let's go step by step so you can see how this works, because sometimes there are questions about if I can do this, if I can do that. The idea is to review it together so you can see all the options for the design of the widget. The widget, as you can see here, this is the default design. This is I would say, the typical design for the widget to display on your website. On top of this section, you have a few templates. We have done some basic configuration, like the bubble, for example, that is like this. It's a bit more, everything is a bit more rounded. The form fields are a bit more rounded. Every corner is a bit more soft, let's say. So this is one option. This is bubble. You have the WhatsApp template, for example, that we try to mimic the WhatsApp design. The background is like the WhatsApp wallpaper. Everything is green. In this template, for example, you cannot change the color. The color is green because the idea is to mimic WhatsApp. So then you have, for example, the buttonizer template. This one, let me close the agent. This one is going to mimic the buttonizer look and feel. Once you click in the agent, you're going to have the form, but you can have this is like a very small, narrow template for your design. You can choose the templates are here for you to choose, apply, and test if you like them or not. Then down here, you can hide the logo. This is the logo. You can hide the logo of the company. So this is something like you can make the header a bit smaller, so it becomes like this. If you want the logo can be a square. So for example, like this, we make a square logo. You can hide the header as a completely, so you don't need to have the header open. You only can have the widget with the agent template. So as like this. So those are options for you to check. The icon, you can change the icon width and height, so if you want to make them bigger or smaller. You can define if you want the widget to be displayed on desktop or mobile. This is the same. You can create a widget for the phone and a widget for desktop. Or you can create only widgets for mobile, because it makes more sense. So this is an option that is also very popular for you to test and to check how this is working. The color of the widget, of course, this is very popular to change, because you may have a blue brand, so you want everything like becomes blue, like this. So this is for you to change the color. This is a bit technical, but zeta index is something you may need to configure. Obviously we give the widget a very high zeta index, because we want the widget to be on top of everything you may have on your website. So it's a very high, but if you have other layers, you may want to change this number. The rounding, this is something that you can do something like 20, for example. So you can do everything as round as possible. Let me change to simple so you can see the difference. Okay, you can see this round corner. You can make it as much as you want. Can become 0, so it's perfectly a square. Okay, so it's more like a sharp edge. Or you can have something that is 5, 10, 20, something like this. Okay, so this is for you. Then the button can be, this button can also be round. Can be 0 as well. So the button is perfectly a square, or you can make it a circle. Okay. This is here. So let's keep it round. So this is for you. I mean, if you are picky in terms of design, you can obviously go crazy here. I mean, you can fine tune every element. Widget, the delay of the display. This is, I mean, you can have 3 seconds, for example. So let's count 1, 2, 3, and the widget appears. This is for you. I mean, sometimes you don't want the widget to be right away. You prefer the user to land in the website, and after a few seconds, you can make the widget appear. I mean, nowadays you need to consider the visitors are super fast. I mean, 1 second, 2 second visitors are normal. So you need to consider how long for real a user is going to be on your website. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, that's a lot. So that's, but the same, that's for you to consider. Welcome back message. This is if you, I mean, we know if the user is new or not. So you can add a message to returning customers. You can add something like, welcome back, and this will be displayed on the widget for these users. Up here should the message appear. Let me see if we can make it appear. Well, this should be up here. Okay, if the user is coming back, you will see it there. And then you can change the size of this button. Okay, this button of WhatsApp, you can make it 3 times, for example, so it becomes larger. Okay, so the same, this is for you to change, update, and configure your widget as you want. Then you have the countdown. You have a countdown here. The countdown can be set, let's put it this for August 16, for example. And so you can make a final sale type of a countdown, like, hey, there is 1 day, 7 hours, like hurry up, this is coming out soon, etc. And just to make it for you easy, you can make this repeat every 24 hours. So when this expires, it will reset automatically for the next 24 hours. So you can have a permanent countdown on your website. Okay, so this is for you if you want to have always like a fire sale, or hurry up, things like that. This is going to be working forever. Okay, x-axis, y-axis, this is just if you want to move a bit the widget up or right. This is something for you. Animations, you have different animations, like a slide comes from the side. Fade is just it fades, doesn't move, it's very subtle. None is the widget is just there as it loads. And slide up, this is a bit more fancy, it's like goes up and there is a ripple effect. So the same animations are here, you can choose the ones you want. Widget open by default, this is a setting you can set, so the widget can be boom like this. So this is something for you to control. Position right or left. The header, notifications, this is just for you if you want to have something like this number here, so becomes more clickable. So the same, this one is for you. Show widget FAQs, well, this section is just in case you have FAQs. Okay, expand widget, yes, this is to expand the widget full screen on mobile. If you open the widget on mobile, it's going to become like full screen. Move the close widget. Let me see this one. I think this X, the X to close the widget is going to be up here. So small detail. And the widget pop-up. Widget pop-up is, I think, it's becoming more and more popular because it's like a very nice boom, pop-up that becomes, like full screen. So I think it's more, I mean, you have more room for everything. You have more real estate, for everything. So I think this one is very nice because, it takes, the, let's say, control over the screen. In mobile works fantastically. On desktop becomes something like on its own. So I think this option, the widget pop-up, I think is becoming more and more popular because first you have more space, second you have a better experience for the user, and the moment the widget is open, it's like it takes 100% control of the space. So it's going to be for the user almost mandatory to fill up the form. So this one I think is handy. The same, you can control it here. So all these options are in the design section. The design section is for each widget independently. So the settings here do not affect other widgets. Each widget becomes its own, independent application. So you can have 10 widgets, 10 configurations. You can have 10 widgets, 10 clients, each with its own configuration. So you can control how the widget behaves for each client. Each client is going, you have one client that is, let's say, red. He prefers, a button, that's it. You have another client that has, he prefers blue and, with a form, fantastic. And the design is completely different. So you can set each widget like its own app for its own destination, website, landing page, you name it. You can have in your own website, you can have different widgets for different sections. I mean, in one section you want to just make it super simple, like, hey, this is only for you to fill up these questions, and you may have another widget with more options, more questions, because it's a specific section where you are talking about one product, one service that is different for the user. So this is all up to you. Okay, inside widgets you have the design section, and the design section has all these options for you. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.